am 27 years old and I feel genuinely stuck in life. For the longest time, I thought that I wanted to get a corporate job to have a stable life and to figure my shit out in like the Canadian American dream kind of way. But as I got older, I slowly realized that is not the life I want and that is not the path I see for myself. A lot of my thoughts and experiences at the moment are shaped by having grown up in a war zone in the Middle East. I genuinely feel sad all the time because I feel stuck in a corporate life that means nothing to me and it's taking up the majority of my time and my days. For 17 years of my life, growing up in a war zone in the Middle East, all I ever wanted was freedom. I lived without freedom for 17 years of my life, my entire childhood, and because of that, I never had a normal childhood. Being stuck in the corporate world right now brings similar emotions and feelings to what I felt being stuck in a war zone. Now, I know those are very different situations and very different circumstances that aren't easily comparable, but having lived through both of those realities, I could say personally that I feel the same lack of freedom I felt living in a war zone that I do having a corporate job that takes up my entire life. When I first moved to Canada at 17, I was happy. I was happy to finally be out of the circumstances that I grew up in. I had a very positive outlook in life. I felt joy. And at the time, I was young enough to not really know what I wanted to do in life, but I kept hearing about the American dream, the Canadian dream, and what people actually end up doing here. And that's kind of the path that I saw myself be a part of. Now, at 27 years old, I want to change my career path. I want to change my life because I'm so done being stuck in an endless cycle that means nothing to me. I do have to keep my corporate job for the time being, though, because that's what pays my bills, funds my lifestyle, actually makes me capable of doing the things that I enjoy doing. But at the same time, I just know that my purpose in life is to help people and be selfless in my career. And being in a corporate environment that relies a lot on taking people's money for business is quite the opposite of that. And that's where I kind of have a moral dilemma that I had to reflect on for a really long time, and I'm finally deciding to do something about it. I wish at 17 that I knew what I wanted to study at university and that I knew what I wanted to do in my life, but life doesn't really prepare you for that, and it kind of throws curveballs at you very frequently. Now at 27, I pretty much have to redo my entire university education because what I studied and did when I was younger has nothing to do with what I want to do now. I'm yapping on YouTube right now because I wanted to share this message and the story with anyone that might be feeling the same way right now. Whether you're in your late 20s and you're feeling stuck in life, you're stuck in a career that you hate, that doesn't really fulfill you, or if you're feeling some sort of lack of freedom in your life, I want you to know that a lot of people are feeling the same way, and take that from me as my personal story and take this as a message to actually take action to change what doesn't bring you joy. These thoughts have been pretty much eating me up for many, many days now, even months. I journal, but I feel like I needed to get them out verbally. So I hope that this is something that you can take on as a learning from my own experiences.